Alright guys, this is day 8 of the startup pivot, and the good thing about this pivot is, like, compared to even last time, I'm feeling massively engaged. Like, I really want to do this. I really feel very energized about what I'm doing right now. So the thing is, like, I just started reading about AI interpretability. So it's a new field and emerging field, and I do not really know as of now what exact product will be uh, what I will be making. But I think because I do not really know much, the good starting point would be to just learn everything about this literature that is out there around AI interpretability. And there's a lot of stuff to read. There's a lot of difficult papers and books. It ranges from very diverse topics, from statistical mechanics to chaos theory, information theory. I do not know whether I'll be able to read and understand all of it in a certain time, because we also have a time limit. We cannot just go on infinitely just reading. But for now, whatever I'm reading, I'm really massively engaged by it. I think one of the reasons why we feel this engagement is probably it's at the right difficulty level, like where I feel enough challenged but not so challenged that I get demotivated. So I'm seeing that shift there, that extreme level of engagement. Like, I feel whenever even if I'm tired, continue want to I just want to continue reading more. Or even at the end of the night, like, usually I would just waste time watching TV, but here now I feel like it's equally rewarding than what like watching TV. Or I'm seeing that I'm waking up quickly in the morning because I had this motivation for the day. And also, like, sometimes I'm also dreaming about these things. So yeah, it's all good. Only problem is, like, like this whole, like, still I do not have any idea of what product will come. And more than that, like, I do not want to get into a theoretical exercise of just studying things and understanding things. I think there's a risk of just going down that spiral path of learning forever, getting and never feeling enough. So that is one thing that I need to still, like, figure out. And that's one thing that worries me, like, what will be the path to money. I think, of course, like, I have a vague idea about it, that it will probably start with some kind of consulting for other startups or big companies to be able to understand their problems. But of course, to start that consulting, I have to be at a certain level where I know much more than whatever those guys knows. Because a person who is leading a big team for a big enterprise building an AI product will be at a certain level. Or a person who is doing startup in the AI field will also be someone smart, genius. In fact, this is the problem with the kind of startup that I'm doing right now, that if I'm building a product for the developers, then it has to be really at that level, because I believe the developer audience is not critical, but it is actually a highly logical, smart audience. So it really knows what they're getting, and they really care a lot about the logical ROI. So my product value should be very, like, clear, defined. It cannot be like Instagram or Facebook, where people are using it and they're mostly wasting their time using it, but they're still using it and adding to the big pile of money of Instagram valuation. I think developers will only use a product or my service if they really feel that I'm at a much higher level, or what I'm building is at it's really giving that value. So yeah, it's a tough audience. So I think to be there, of course, I need to study more. So yeah, this is one of the things that is still a concern. But so far, my progress and the rate of progress, I'm happy with it. Like, I felt at least I get some early proof of concept that at least I can learn these things in a certain amount of time. That certain amount of time I'm keeping in my mind, maybe 3 to 4 months of extensive learning. Maybe I'll some post some videos also on some interesting concepts or the ideas that I'm developing. But it will, yeah, take some time. Oh, one more thing I want to mention on the engagement part, that in my life, like I'm a pretty old guy, and in my life I've seen whenever I feel that level of engagement with something, like if I'm really passionate, or like I don't know like what will be the exact word to define it, but whenever I feel that in the past, something good has always come out of it. I think this makes me think like much of what we achieve in life is not really about aligning the right outside factors, but probably it's about aligning yourself, your own motivation. Because I think if you just feel like your own, how you spend your time the entire day and how things compound, small small little improvements compound to big, give big results. Maybe this engagement is the deciding factor in success we have in life. I don't know, but we'll soon see experimentally in my startup how it goes.